Good afternoon, everyone. I'm John Moran from Bluestone Bank. I'm the chairperson of the board for here at the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the Chamber's 106th annual meeting. We're so excited to have everyone here with us and back together in person. It's been over 3 years. And I was thinking, when I say 106th annual meeting, I started thinking back, what was happening back in 1917? Well, Woodrow Wilson was president. Average home cost was $5,000. Average household income was $1,500 and a car cost $500. Wow, times have changed. But the original group of business leaders that started the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce had the same mission that we have today. They wanted to be an advocate, a resource, and a partner to help the business communities of Taunton, Raynham, Dighton, and Berkeley thrive and prosper. This is my second year as chairperson of the board, which has given me great experiences. I'm meeting new people, networking, getting to celebrate grand openings with new business owners, see the joy in their face as they're opening their businesses, and of course enjoying many of the Chamber's events like our golf tournament, business after hours, the Oktoberfest, really enjoy that. And then new this year, we had a highly successful comedy night. But I am very grateful to have our president and CEO, Chris Silva, at the helm. She and her staff have brought new energy to the Chamber with bringing new programs and resource groups that assist both the smallest and the largest businesses in the area, which is not easy at all. So please join me in welcoming our president and CEO, Chris Silva.
AKA Shorty. Let me just take this down a little bit. Hi, everybody. Boy, when you said that about 1917, I think the Central Fire Station was about 50 years old already by then. Welcome, everybody. I'm so thrilled to be here, as John said. I'm so excited. This is my first annual meeting, as many of you know, in person. So we got it done virtually for the last few years, but I think the first one, I was there about 5 months. And I saw these little faces on the Zoom call, and I didn't know many of you at all. And I actually feel grateful that now today in my first in-person annual meeting, I know so many people in this room. I look out and I see friends, and that's a great relief to me. I'm thrilled to be here. Hold on, let me get to my remarks. The best laid plans. Sorry, John. Oh, you left it right open for me. So before I begin, I want to thank our sponsors for today. They support the Chamber and our members without fail. Gold sponsors Mechanics Bank and General Dynamics, seated over here, thank you very much. Our silver sponsors Bluestone Bank, Bristol Community College, Bristol County Savings Bank, Morton Hospital, and Quality Beverage, thanks to them. Our bronze sponsors, Bank 5, Ed Marshall, Savali & Associates, FB Insure, the Lopes Companies, Maddo's Home Team, Rockland Trust, Taunton Federal Credit Union, and TMLP. Thank you. And our supporting sponsor and good friend, Mr. Dick Schaefer from Schaefer Development. We're very grateful for the generosity of these sponsors, and through their support, they're affirming their commitment to our business community and our collective goals and vision, and so have all of you and so many others. Our members support and celebrate each other, and that is the foundation of a strong community. I'd also like to acknowledge the distinguished guests that we have with us today. State Representative Carol Doherty, our Mayor, Shauna O'Connell, the District Director for Senator Mark Pacheco, who couldn't be with us today, Louis Laura. City Councilor John McCall. And the Superintendent of Taunton Public Schools, John Cabral. And a very special guest that I want to thank is Taunton High School senior Felicia Dias, seated here in the front row. Felicia is a chamber intern. She is absolutely fabulous. She is assisting us today with our audio visuals, and she produced the videos that you'll see later. So thank you, Felicia. Now I would like to invite Mayor O'Connell to say a few words.
Thank you, Chris. Welcome, everyone, to the amazing city of Taunton. Chris and her team have done a fantastic job bringing us all together today for her first in-person annual meeting, so congratulations and thank you. This room is filled with people who are really invested in our city in so many different ways and work very hard every day to make Taunton the best that it can be. And that's our local businesses who drive economic development, local organizations who provide important services, educators who prepare our youth for the future, and our city staff who work hard for you every single day. We're very successful in Taunton because of everyone in this room and our entire community that continually comes together to support all these different causes and events in our city. And you can, I think everywhere you go, you can feel the enthusiasm and the energy, and you can see the progress of all the wonderful things that are happening in the city of Taunton, whether that's all of the roads and sidewalks that we're working on, so please don't complain about the traffic, the parks that we're renovating with our Parks and Recs crew, new businesses that are opening all across the city. We're all going to a lot of ribbon cuttings together lately, new housing that is being developed, neighborhoods that are being revitalized, and the improvements we've made to city finances and city services. Taunton is on a path to success. A few months ago, I guess, I met with a developer in my office who wants to do some work here in Taunton, and he's not from Taunton, but he said to me, Taunton is the place to be, and I could not agree more. Together, we have worked hard, and we are making Taunton a leading city in the Commonwealth. And today, we get to celebrate some really wonderful people who are involved in our community. And so I just want to take a moment to congratulate the award recipients this afternoon, Ryan's Family Amusement, G. Lopes Construction, and Our Daily Bread, who all give back to our city in many different ways, and we're grateful and appreciate you. The Teacher of the Year Award, or should I say Educator of the Year Award, which is such a distinguished honor, and I can't imagine how proud you are and the wonderful work that you do with our children to be recognized. Geraldine Karam Kozak from Bristol Plymouth Regional Technical High School, and of course our scholarship recipients who are our future. Avery Lavelle from BP, also, and Avery and I go way back when she was at Girls Inc., and she was a leader then, and boy, she was young then, I don't know, maybe 12 or so, and look at her now. She is really successful. We're so proud of you. And our very own Joey Kozlowskis, who is here today as well and has excelled in his studies and his sports and pretty much everything he does. And of course, his proud mom, Amy, is our HR director in the city, so we're thrilled for you guys as well. And of course, we will hear from our keynote speaker later. We welcome Fred Clark, the president of Bridgewater State University. Fred's work is impactful across the state of Massachusetts and beyond, providing access to affordable higher education, opens doors and provides endless opportunity for so many people. And Fred Clark is a leader in the university system, and he has brought Bridgewater State to new heights. So I'm sure we'll hear a lot about that later, and we're looking forward to that. So thank you all for joining us today. It's wonderful to see everybody, and enjoy your lunch.
Thank you, Mayor O'Connell. You've always been so supportive to the Chamber, and our members and staff really appreciate everything you do. I'm truly amazed at how many new business ribbon cuttings you do attend. It's obvious to all of us the dedication that you have to the business community here in Taunton. Now I'd like to invite State Representative Carol Doherty and District Director for Senator Pacheco, Louis Laura, to the stage.
Well, I first want to say happy 106th anniversary to the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce. And the size of the luncheon group here today is a testament to the commitment of the Chamber to you, to businesses, to education institutions, to businesses that have been around for a long period of time, and for brand new businesses. And like the mayor, I have been invited to these wonderful ribbon cuttings to get the first introduction to all of the entrepreneurs that have chosen Taunton and surrounding communities to establish their business, fulfilling their dream in order to be able to do that. It is as a result of the extraordinary leadership of Chris and of the board of directors and of every one of you. I think that the conversation, the collaboration, the exchanging of ideas is really key to the success of the Chamber. And so I am delighted to be here to say congratulations to your 106th anniversary. So now we do our next one, that is the students or businesses?
We were going to do this as they get their awards.
Okay, so do you want him to do this?
Yes, now you can do that.
We'll figure this out.
We've got it all figured out, don't you worry. We'll get it together. Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes. Bon après-midi. Bonjour. Boa tarde. Most of you understood that, right? I came to America at the age of 2, and I could say 2 words back then. I could say thank you, my first 2 English words. Welcome, everyone, and thank you for this opportunity. It's wonderful to be here to celebrate this event. 106 years, wow, that's a long time. And can you imagine how times have changed? Senator Pacheco is on his way back here from Washington. He's been there for about 3 days. He'll be here late this afternoon. Asked me to extend his greetings and to wish you all well, as he has been in these events for many, many times. And he always appreciates the invitation to be present, to be part of this community, understanding that he knows all the good things you do for mankind, for common cause, and for the good of people in this community and the greater area. So we appreciate that, we acknowledge it, we continue to support you, and we're there. Anytime you need our services, please feel free to always reach out to us. Thank you. We have some citations and some commendations for individual recipients. Thank you to all the benefactors, all of those who are sponsoring and helping out with this cause. Tremendously appreciated, as indicated by the members of the Chamber. Thank you very much. Yes. All right. If I may. All right, we have here our first citation from the Massachusetts Senate. It is an official citation to the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce, Commonwealth of Mass, State Senate. Be it known that the Massachusetts Senate hereby extends its congratulations to the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce. The Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce 2023 annual meeting, and for your dedicated service to the greater Taunton area, community, and local businesses. And be it further known that the Massachusetts Senate extends its best wishes for continued success, that this citation be duly signed by the President of the Senate and attested to, and a copy thereof transmitted by the Clerk of the Senate and is presented to the Chamber by our State Senator, Mark R. Pacheco.
Now I'd like to take an opportunity to introduce everyone to our Chamber's 2023 Board of Directors. I ask that as I read your name, please stand, and I will start with our fabulous Executive Board. First is our Vice Chair and Chair-elect, Jen Nolan from Quality Beverage. With Vice Chair Jamie Barnes from Ameriprise Financial. Vice Chair John Jagat from SCORE. And Vice Chair April Reese from General Dynamics. And our Treasurer, Seamus O'Connell from Bank of America. Additional board members are Jillian Back from Mechanics Cooperative, Maria Gonzalez from M&A Supplier Diversity Consultants, Ryan Profit from Profit Law Office, Chris Sparks from Relaxation Work Spa, Nelson Tavares from Taunton Federal Credit Union, Jeff Vile from Bristol County Savings Bank, Rob Hansen from Commonwealth Alternative Care, and our two newest board members, Sonia Britlin from TMLP and Julie Massey from Morton Hospital. We're very excited to have Sonia and Julie join the board this year and look forward to them sharing their unique knowledge and skills with us. Also, a big thank you to all of our board members for supporting the Chamber and our members in the ways that you do. And also, special thanks to those businesses that they work for that allow them the time to assist us with our mission. Now, finally, I would like to recognize the extraordinary commitment of our immediate past chair, Debbie Dutra. She's at the end of her 10-year term here at the Chamber. Debbie joined the board in 2013, and over the past 10 years has been a strong, steadfast supporter of the Chamber and all of our members. We truly appreciated her dedicated service to the Chamber. Debbie's term as chairperson of the board was probably the most challenging in Chamber's recent history. We had just lost our long-term Chamber president, and then COVID hit. As many of you in the room can relate, you need strong leadership to get through the tough times, and Debbie was the rock that led us through those challenging times. Meanwhile, she was also managing her full-time job responsibilities as treasurer with the Lopes Companies. And I'm sure the Chamber would not be here today without her leadership. We will miss her positive spirit and infectious smile, but thankfully she's not going far. She's still an active member of the Chamber. We thank you, Debbie, for all you've done and you've brought to the Chamber and our members and our community over the past 10 years for your board work. Debbie, please join us up on stage and receive a token of our appreciation.
Geez, thank you for those kind words. That's very nice. Thank you for my trophy. And I just want to say, I've been so fortunate to be part of this board for the last 10 years, 2013. But I've worked with so many great people on the board, all of you members of the Chamber, and also the great staff. Like you said, started out with Kerry, and now we have Chris, Lisa, and Liz. You guys all work great together. And I will enjoy putting that in my office with a reminder of being on the board and all the part that I did play in it. Thank you, everybody.
I'm back. Thank you, John, Debbie, our entire board. What a tremendously supportive group of people that I have to work for and with. So thank you all so much. So this moment in the annual meeting is kind of like, it feels like a State of the Chamber address because it's the year in review. Don't worry, I won't pause after every sentence for applause, maybe at the end. But the year in review, an overview is in your program, but I just want everyone to know that despite, persistent economic challenges that were taking place in 2022 and, well, probably to this day, but that 2022 is our best year in recent history for the Chamber. So it was tremendous. We moved out of our former location and we moved on up in every way. With the addition of our rock star membership coordinator, Elizabeth, we gained 50 new members last year. We are already at 33 new members for this year. So we are on pace to beat that record, that's for sure. Our amazing ambassadors are kept very busy, and we're grateful for their enthusiastic commitment to the Chamber. We celebrated 10 ribbon cuttings last year. We already have done 7 this year. Assisted 48 members through our very popular job postings. Thanks to our social media maven, I call her, Sarah Pilkari, who is here today, usually working behind the scenes to give you all love on social media. Our social media is on fire. We've increased engagement across all of our platforms, which means greater promotional impact for our members. And we finally got back to networking in person. That was very nice. We created the very popular HR resource group. That was about a year ago, bringing large and small businesses and nonprofits together around common human resource issues. We also convened a Government Affairs Council to promote business and economic vitality in the Greater Taunton area through public policy, education, and advocacy for our members. We presented over 30 educational programs. We partnered with SCORE of Southeastern Mass and Rockland Trust to present a certification workshop on challenging unconscious bias. And we partnered with Bridgewater State's career and internship offices on a hiring how-to session for our members. As a Chamber community, we donated $4,000 and an abundance of Christmas gifts and food items to support 6 local nonprofits. Our Business for Business program, where a member can sponsor the membership of a small business or nonprofit, has gained great momentum. I want to take a moment to thank those sponsors: Bluestone Bank, TMLP Online, Bank 5, Wind Waste Innovations, First Citizen Federal Credit Union, Commonwealth Alternative Care, and even a new member, Engaged, paying it forward to the Cleaning Queen. So, our events were successful and fun, with details handled expertly by our business and events manager, Lisa DeMello. Even though we almost lost a few golfers to the monsoon on the back 9, the golf tournament came in under par. That's good. Thankfully, the sun was shining on our ladies' golf tournament, and that's always a fun day. We partnered with the towns of Berkeley and Dighton to host a successful business resource and networking event for those folks, followed by another sold-out Oktoberfest. As John said, that's a great night. Save the date at September 27th. Get your tickets early. We're excited to continue our momentum and build a strong and engaged Chamber community where we support and celebrate each other. So cheers to 2022, and here's to 2023. I'd like to introduce Rich Volkmann, who will announce this year's recipients of the scholarships named for his father, Charles E. Volkmann.
All right, thank you, Chris. My father would be proud. Spent a lot of his years in the Chamber, so I'm honored to be here today to give these awards out. And I have to say, if you ever get a chance to be on a scholarship committee, do it. It is amazing to see what these kids do. You read the first one and you go, oh, this kid's gonna win. Then you read the next one and you go, oh, this kid's gonna win. And then you're like, how am I gonna choose? Fortunately, it's not my job, it's the committee's job. But anyway, we have 2 recipients this year. We've already heard a little bit about them since they're so engaged with the city from Shauna. But Joseph, and I apologize if I'm not going to get your name right, Kalaskis, is a Taunton resident, goes to Taunton High. He's going to finish with a 4.4 GPA. I'm not going to list all the activities that these kids do because Chris would kill me. She runs a very tight ship. But very active in varsity baseball, the wrestling team, DECA, National Honor Society. Again, I could go on. If you visit Whittington Hardware, you might see him where he holds a job. And if you order some food, he could deliver it since he works at DoorDash. So, busy kid, and again, we've heard a lot of good things about him already. He's going to pursue an accounting career at Jordan College, and he's also been fortunate to have gotten a slot on the baseball team. So, congratulations. Our second recipient is Avery Lavalle. She goes to Bristol Plymouth. She has a 3.9 GPA with a ninth on the class rank. Also, a very long list of activities, mostly, very involved with Girls Inc. She works there, volunteers there. She was a club president for ALS. She also took part in the tours where they bring the young kids to BP to go through it. That's a very impressive thing. It's great to have young people helping young people. So she also participated in the suicide prevention walk, and she's going to pursue a career in architecture. I'm not sure what school at the time. She had a list of schools, but I'm not sure which school she's in, but I'm sure she's going to do very well. So with that, if you two could join me on the stage, and I'd also invite Carol, Doherty, and Louis Laura back up on the stage too. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What school are you?
I'm going to Roger Williams University.
Roger Williams, where my daughter went for architecture. Not that I'm bragging.
Thank
go.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we're going to take a picture.
So is that the...
They might want to say.
Oh, yes. Do you want to say?
I do have a little
Yes.
something to say.
Sorry.
So is that the state rep?
That'd be great.
Hi, first I'd like to start by saying I am so honored and grateful to be here today receiving this scholarship. I'd like to take this time to express my love for our city and thanks to the people in it. I've participated in so many events, as we know. I'll list a few. The craft fairs, the suicide prevention walks, laundry love, and my favorite, Stuff the Bus. I'd like to thank the people that have made this possible for me. First, of course, is my mom, who has spent many late nights working on essays to get me, well, here. I'd also like to recognize my mentors and inspirations, my grandmother, Charlene Rose, Miss Jessica Johnstone Darling, and Miss Becky Fernandez of Girls Inc., former Mayor Tom Hoy, current Mayor Shauna O'Connell, my 7th grade science teacher, Miss Booth, and my current principal, Miss Gannett. These people have all helped me grow into a confident leader and make so many strong connections with the people around me. I'm so glad to have the community's support on my path to architecture at Roger Williams. Thank you.
So it's up to you.
So let me...
Yeah, go ahead.
Come on, Joseph.
We can talk for hours.
We'll get rid of the state rep one.
You can talk for hours, buddy.
I know.
Good.
Like Avery said, I just want to say a quick thank you. Thank you to Chamber President Chris Silva and the entire Chamber Board. It's really going to help me in my future, my career plans as being an accountant, as said earlier. I'd also like to thank Mayor O'Connell, Representative Doherty, and Superintendent Cabral for being here to support the young minds of me and Taunton Public Schools and Avery at Bristol Plymouth. And this scholarship will help me tremendously in my future at Gordon College, where, like I said earlier, I'll be playing baseball and majoring in accounting. So thank you so much.
Thank you, I appreciate it. You want to read it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're getting this together. Stay around till about 3 or 4 and we'll be... So for Joseph and Avery, I just want to say very quickly that I have read scholarship applications over the years for various organizations that I have belonged to, and you're absolutely right. It's amazing how much students can accomplish inside school, outside of school, keeping their academic work at a very high level and participating in their community. I couldn't possibly keep up with them. I know Joseph from DECA, an organization that I'm very proud of in the high school, and so congratulations, Joseph and Avery. I'm going to read the citation once because we're giving several. When I told Chris that I would only read it once, she breathed a sigh of relief, so I'm going to say. So the citation says, "The Commonwealth of Massachusetts House of Representatives, be it hereby known to all that the Massachusetts House of Representatives offers its sincerest congratulations to Joseph in this case and to Avery in that case in recognition of your being honored as a scholarship recipient by the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce and your continued commitment to academic excellence. The entire membership extends its very best wishes and expresses the hope for future good fortune and continued success in all your endeavors." Signed by the Speaker of the House, Ron Mariano, and myself, Carol Doherty. So congratulations.
Thank you, and I will do as well. We have, each of them have a citation from the Senate, from Senator Pacheco, and it recognizes them for their excellence in everything they do in life. I've had the honor of knowing them for numerous years, and you can see in their eyes that they want to excel. They want to do better. They want to be better community leaders, and so we're proud of that. We're proud of that because as parents, as community members, as people who are involved in the community, we want to see our youth excel because our future is their doing. So with that, Massachusetts Senate, State Citation Official, recognizing Avery Laval and Joseph Karlauskas. Is that pronounced correctly? Mom, please. And the achievements of receiving the 2023 Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce Charles E. Volkmann Future Leadership Scholarships Award. This was presented to you from our senator, and here we go, Avery, that is yours.
Thank you.
And Joseph, here is yours.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And she's doing it 16, all right?
Thank you, Rich. Congratulations again. Very impressive young people we have in Taunton. Now I'd like to introduce Chair-elect Jen Nolan to introduce our keynote speaker.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome our keynote speaker today, President of Bridgewater State University, Frederick W. Clark, Jr., Esquire, the 12th president in the 183-year history of Bridgewater State University, his alma mater. The advancement of student success has been the cornerstone of President Clark's administration. BSU ranks second among all Massachusetts universities for advancing social mobility among students from a wide range of socioeconomic backgrounds and identities, and is a national leader in advancing equity. Under President Clark's leadership, BSU has launched cutting-edge programs in photonics and optical engineering and cybersecurity, and is building the state's most sophisticated cyber range for training students and municipal, law enforcement, nonprofit, and business organizations. Prior to assuming the presidency in 2015, President Clark served BSU as a member and chair of the Board of Trustees, vice chair of the Bridgewater State University Foundation, and Executive Vice President and Vice President for External Affairs. That's a lot of things. He serves on the board of the New England Board of Higher Education and is former chair of the Massachusetts Board of Higher Education. He also serves as a board member and past chair of the Metro South Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors. President Clark worked for nearly 20 years as district director, legal counsel, and Washington liaison officer for Congressman John Joseph Moakley. He graduated from Bridgewater State with a Bachelor of Arts in Political Science and received his Juris Doctor from Suffolk University Law School. Please join me in welcoming President Clark to the stage.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair-elect. It's great to be here, and I really want to thank the Chamber for this wonderful invitation to have a few words to say, and happy 106. You look great for 106. Chris Silva, thank you for your leadership, your partnership, and for your invitation. We just celebrated, actually, a year ago, Bridgewater State's 40th year of membership of this great chamber, and we're very, very honored to have been longtime members and will continue to be going forward. John Moran and I were just joking before I came in, and we were saying that to be a chair, you had to be 6'4" or taller, and clearly that's been smashed for the chair-elect, and we're really glad. It's great to see Mayor O'Connell. Thank you so much for your partnership and friendship, and we want to deepen that partnership, as I'll talk about in a minute. Representative Carol Doherty, who's a Bridgewater graduate, it's great to see you as well, and Superintendent Cabral, it's always a pleasure, and we're doing wonderful work there. I do want to point out we have a Bridgewater table, it's table 7. We don't normally have Louis Lara at our table, but what I would say is if that table acts up and doesn't behave, that's the UMass table, just everybody remember that. I want to thank and congratulate our award recipients, and especially the scholarship recipients. You know, I'm university president sitting out there thinking, all right, I can't get Avery because we don't have her program, you know, in architecture, but we could probably get you, Joseph. You know, if things don't work out, we have accounting, which I'll talk about, and we have a baseball team, which is first right now, so it's not too late. Just we'll talk later. My first professional job while I was at Bridgewater State and as I was graduating was right here in the Silver City. I worked in the Crocker building with Karen Pacheco Harahy and working for Congressman Joe Moakley, as was described. I'm a big fan of this city. And I have to say, as I think about my time with Joe Moakley, today actually is his birthday, April 27th. And I was reminded driving over here, he loved the city. He represented it from 1982 right to the end, would never give it up in redistricting, never, because he really valued the people who worked here, and it spoke to him. Same type of people, hardworking, working class, determined to do better. But along the way, he did something, I think, profound and transformative, and that is, right in the early 1990s, there was a contract that was up. It was a military contract, and it was between, at that time, GTE and a French company for mobile subscriber equipment. It's basically battlefield communications, a big, important contract. And that contract was teetering back and forth between GTE and this French company. And Tip O'Neill at the time was Speaker of the House, and Joe Moakley went to bat for GTE and succeeded in having a military contract overseen by a United States company, which kind of makes sense. And in gratitude, GTE built a plant right in this industrial park. It was the first real anchor institution in the Miles Standish Industrial Park, and I think was a catalytic force in helping the industrial park grow. And at that time, we worked very closely with Joe Quinn. Think about Joe Quinn. Lou Ricciardi, who texted me, couldn't be here today, but he's our friend and a Bridgewater graduate. obviously with Louis Lara, Dick Schaefer, who's over here, and the senators, reps, and the mayor at the time. So hopefully, as I think about Joe Moakley and his birthday, he'd be 94 today, we think about a lasting legacy, and God bless him for his love of the Silver City. I'm so happy to talk about Bridgewater State, another lasting legacy. You know, I'm a little biased. You know, I just love the institution. I've been involved for almost 43 years now in different capacities. It is a very powerful force in this region. And I assume you know, but let me just say this. It's not your grandparents' Bridgewater, and let me explain a little bit of what I mean. We are now the 10th largest institution in Massachusetts, public or private, and there's about 111 institutions of higher education in this great Commonwealth. But Bridgewater has slowly emerged. We're the biggest of the state universities. We're the fourth biggest of the public institutions. There's 3 UMass campuses, slightly larger than us. We're much, much larger than UMass Dartmouth as well. We're the state's top producer of teachers. Nobody produces more teachers than Bridgewater State. Everybody kind of has a sense of that already, public or private. But we also produce more math and science teachers, produce more phys ed teachers. We produce more special ed teachers. We also produce more social workers, criminologists than almost anybody else as well. Our programs are big and they're impactful. 95% of our students come from Massachusetts. 95%. We have hundreds of students that come from this great city and thousands of alums that stay right here. 85% of our alumni stay right in this region. So we're of Massachusetts, we're for Massachusetts. That's what we do. But we're a place of history as well. 183 years old, a little older than this chamber. But we were founded, if you don't know, by Horace Mann, the father of public education in the United States, John Quincy Adams, a president of the United States, and Daniel Webster, a statesman. That's our pedigree, that's our history. We were designed to move people from one socioeconomic class to another, and you heard that statistic about how we're number 2 in Massachusetts. We've done that for 183 years. We'll continue to do that as well. Now, I'm one of 6 kids. I'm from Brockton and Easton in this region. One of 6, 5 of us went to Bridgewater State. So we're all first in our family to go to school. Half of our students are still first in their family. We understand our role in helping students who are first in their family get through college. And there's a lot of students still in this region that have no experience in their family for college. Now, I met my wife at Bridgewater, so this kind of goes, it's all Bridgewater all the time. She's the president of the Alumni Association. I have 3 kids. All 3 went to Bridgewater. Yes, they did have the illusion of choice. And no, I didn't get a discount for any of them. My daughter is a sophomore at Bridgewater right now who is in desperate need of not seeing me on campus because I just go right over to her and give her hugs, but she loves it. Now, why do we love it so much? Well, let me just say this to you. It is a place, and it always has been a place of excellence. It is a truly excellent degree that you get at Bridgewater. Exceptional excellence. You know, you might measure that by the quality of our faculty. You know, they all have doctoral degrees. They're experts in their field. They're all accredited programs. But some of our programs are the best in the state, and some of them are the best in the country. Joseph, pay attention. Accounting. Our accounting program is the best in Massachusetts based on the pass rate of the CPA exam. Better than Bentley, better than BU, better than Babson. I'll just stop at the B's for you. But we have excellent programs. We have an aviation program. Sometimes I forget how many planes we have. We invade Rhode Island every weekend and drop leaflets at URI. We have a great aviation program, one of the biggest, best, and maybe only connected to an aviation science degree as well. Our education programs have been ranked the best in the United States by Apple Computer. Innovation in education, that is what we do. And we're making major investments going forward as well. I could go through all of our programs, but this is my definition of excellence. And it's what I tell parents, and it's what I tell our students as well. You know, if you're a freshman or a sophomore and you go to college today, even medium-sized schools, for the most part, and think about your own experiences, freshman or a sophomore, Most of the classes are 100, 200, 300, 500, even 700 students big. You're not going to be taught by a professor, you're going to be taught for those first 2 years by a teaching assistant or a graduate assistant. We don't believe in that. As a matter of fact, one of our peers in this state did an advertisement not that long ago saying that they had an innovation in their classrooms and they gave out these clickers, buttons, where you could push a button to raise your hand. And I thought to myself, that's the opposite of who we are. They can't even see their students. They have to push a button to raise your hand. Our largest class at Bridgewater is 40, but our average class size is 21 for all of our grades, all of our classes. And our student-to-teacher ratio is 17 students to 1 faculty member. We only allow faculty members to teach. So we know the names of our students, Joseph and Avery. We see them. We understand, and we want to get to know your hopes and your dreams because we are the institution that helps our students to fulfill those hopes and dreams. That's what happened to me, to my brothers and sisters, what's happening to my children, and it's what we aspire to have happen for our 9,600 students that we're privileged to serve. But part of excellence is also innovation. You heard a little bit about that just a minute ago. You can't stand still in this current environment. If you do, you die. As an institution or as a business, you have to innovate, you have to be adaptive, you have to continue to move along. So we continually update our programs to make them, we're not afraid of this word, relevant in the current economy. But we're looking for new programs, and you've heard a little bit about a couple of new ones, and I would maybe just say about photonics and optical engineering. Why is that important? Oh, it's our first engineering program, and we're in partnership with MIT, WPI, and Stonehill College on that. And by the way, collaboration is key in higher ed and in business and industry, key. Which is one of the reasons the chambers are so important at this very moment. But Vinny DiMacedo, former Senator DiMacedo, works for us, and he's at the table, and he will answer any scientific questions you have about photonics and optical engineering. But it basically is the movement of data through light, point to point, not over a fiber optic cable. And it is the most highly efficient way for data to move. It will revolutionize everything that we do, from cell phones to computing. It'll allow for quantum computing, and Bridgewater State is on the cutting edge of that. MIT comes to Bridgewater because our equipment is a little better than theirs. I'm telling everybody that MIT comes to BSU. But on cybersecurity, this one I think is big. You know, there's 20,000 open positions today in Massachusetts for cybersecurity positions, unfilled. There's 775,000 positions in the United States of America for cybersecurity unfilled. It's a national crisis, I think. It's a security crisis for this country, and you can read about it, you can experience it every day. I just want to show you, and I think we can hit go. One dimension. We have a certificate, we have an undergraduate major, a graduate major, but we're building a cyber range with the help of the state of Massachusetts, federal government, our own institutional monies. And the cyber range is basically a simulator for cyber. And so this is it's under construction right now. And basically, it will be a place where you can come, and when I say you, I mean all of you, business, industry, municipal, schools, to learn how to protect yourself against cyber attacks in a safe environment, a simulator for cyber. This will be the only one in Massachusetts. Even IBM doesn't have this in Massachusetts. We will be the center of cyber preparedness for the state of Massachusetts and amongst the vanguard of cyber preparedness in the United States of America. That's what it's going to look like. You know, it turns red, we turn up the heat, the desks rumble a little bit to put the pressure on. It's just like the mayor's office, right, Mayor? Yeah. And we want to partner with you on cybersecurity preparedness, and we're working really hard already with a variety of county, state, municipal actors to make this a tool and a resource for you. It's scary that many institutions only have a half-time person doing IT, and that person is supposed to be in charge of cyber. We're really all vulnerable, and we need to protect ourselves as well. And of course, there's so many banks in the room as well. I think it's an opportunity for us to partner with banks as well. We have opportunity. So excellence, innovation, opportunity. I'll go quickly here, but our students have remarkable opportunities to study around the world, almost anywhere in the world. We bring people in around the world. In fact, this summer, for the 7th time, we'll be bringing in the Mandela Fellows to the United States State Department program, Emerging Leaders in Africa. It's our 7th go-around, and we're only one of 22 universities that partner with the United States State Department for that purpose. Undergraduate research, we have the best undergraduate research program in the United States of America. No one does more undergraduate research than Bridgewater State University, with one exception, Harvard University. And we will catch them. We're right on their heels. Undergraduate research is unusual at a university at our level. Graduate research, very common. Undergraduate research is a difference maker, and actually it's a difference maker for the region, because we could do research that matters to the region. 1,800 students this year did undergraduate research at BSU. But most importantly, on opportunity, pathways to employment really matter to us. Every student at Bridgewater is there to get a great education that leads to meaningful employment, without exception, every single one. We're trying to illuminate, brighten, make crystal clear what those pathways to employment are by major and overall, coupled with the critical thinking skills, the cultural competence, the ability to write and speak that we might call the liberal arts, you might call it general education, we call it core curriculum, that really matters when you're having good employees that are adaptable and good citizens at the same time. Our opportunities are unmatched at Bridgewater State in the state of Massachusetts, and all for a great value. You know, we're the most affordable pathway to a 4-year degree right now in all of New England at Bridgewater State. It's pretty amazing. And, you know, I don't want to keep going back to Avery and Joseph, but it's $11,400 if you're a commuter, in which most of our students are, although we have 3,000 students living. So it's exceptional value. We've been adding millions of dollars for private philanthropy as well. We're also safe. You know, as a parent of a young lady at Bridgewater State, safety does matter. So we've been ranked 4th safest in the United States right now, based on Department of Justice and FBI statistics. Not just having a great police department, you know, and all kinds of blue lights and buttons and rave guardian and all that, but a culture where we look out for each other and we keep each other safe and we respect each other as well. And lastly, heart. You don't hear public universities talk about heart very much. You might hear it maybe at a Jesuit institution, but we don't want to just create great students. We want to hopefully create and lean in to create good people, good people. So we provide opportunities to serve. And you might be able to do some service in the Taunton Public Schools right now as a tutor right at this moment, or you might be able to build water filters in Cambodia. Our students have an opportunity to serve, and we make sure that they understand their obligation to serve, to give back, to lean in, to help others. So that's who we are at Bridgewater State. Excellence with innovation, opportunity, value, safety, and heart. It's a great university. If you think you know it and haven't been back, please come see us, and you will see we have the same heart that we've always had, the same excellence we've always had. We're just better than we were. And if you do come to visit, let us know. I want to end with an offer. I think we can partner better, and I said this to the mayor coming in, we can do better in going deeper in the Silver City with Bridgewater State and in the city of Taunton. We're already working with the Taunton Public Schools. We can do more with early college and some other ideas. We can work with every single entity in this room. We want to. Pipelines for talent matter to you. They matter to us. Let's come together and create pathways and pipelines. We want to do that for you, but we really want to do it for our students who are already here. They're already here. You don't have to import them. They're here right now. So we want to offer our hand in friendship and partnership for mutual benefit. And so if we can help you in any way, you know, Table 7, it is the Bridgewater table. They behave the entire time. And I just want to say thank you so much for inviting me. Thank you for all the work that you do. And as I said, I think it's a moment in time for chambers of commerce. It's so important for all of us to work together, to collaborate, to network, to stay connected. It's going to be us helping each other that makes us stronger in this great region and especially in this great city and beyond. Thank you so much.
I'll be registering tomorrow, I think. That's amazing, absolutely amazing. Thank you. Now I'd like to introduce Karen Gwinnett, Principal of Bristol Plymouth Regional Technical School, to introduce our Educator of the Year.
Thank you, Chris, and good afternoon. It's a pleasure and an honor to be with you this afternoon. It is my honor to present the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce Educator of the Year Award to Jerry Karen Kozik. I believe we're going to see a video. And thank you, Felicia, for spending time with us and putting this together at BP.
The way that I got into teaching was that I got through my undergrad at Stonehill, and it was senior year, and I was sitting there going, now what? I don't really want to do PR. I don't really want to do marketing or advertising or anything like that. And there was a program at Providence College at the time called the PACT program, and it stands for Providence Alliance for Catholic Teachers. And you worked for Catholic schools for 2 years for a stipend while you got your teaching degree from Providence College. And so I worked in Worcester as an English teacher for grades 8 through 12 for 2 years. And it wasn't easy. It was definitely a really, really sharp learning curve, but I fell in love with it. And then I got out of my grad program and went right into my first public school job in Pawtucket as a high school teacher. To be very broad, first of all, I just think our lives are better when we're in diverse environments. There's so much to learn about people. There's so much to learn about the world when we're not seeing the same all the time. I think in trade schools in particular, it's important because we are sending students out into the workforce. The majority of our students are going to go into the workforce or into maybe another trade program, and a lot will go to college. Whatever circumstances they're looking ahead to, it's really important to know that the world out there is diverse, and to give students tools and knowledge, good foundation in how to include and how to exist within difference without, again, responding with fear or closing down or shutting themselves off is really going to help them be successful at work and hopefully throughout their lives.
An additional extra round of applause for our students who we teach all the time. Problem solving is what happens in the world. So nice job to you guys too for figuring it out. Thank you. So it's hard to describe all that Mrs. Karen Kozik brings to many of the students at Bristol Plymouth through her English classes. As a Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Committee member and an Anti-Defamation League student co-advisor for the No Place for Hate and World of Difference school-wide initiatives. Additionally, she served as a member of the team to implement and promote our BP core values by integrating our Climate and Culture Improvement Initiative with designing lessons for both vocational and academic participation. She is a teacher leader and is making a difference in our school community with her passion and dedication to upholding our school as a safe and supportive environment for all of our students. With the World of Difference, Mrs. Karen Kozik attended training with students and mentored and supported them as the students provided training for their peers on anti-bias and bullying prevention. Mrs. Karen Kozik expanded on this effort by working with students to pursue a No Place for Hate designation for Bristol Plymouth. This year, staff and students will have participated in multiple school-wide events and professional development activities that incorporate inclusivity for everyone that follows up with a reflection and invitation to sign a pledge that Bristol Plymouth is no place for hate. The goal is to meet ADL's criteria to hang a banner in our school to serve as a daily reminder for the school community and to sustain this initiative for years to come. Mrs. Karen Kozik has been teaching for over 20 years, and Bristol Plymouth was fortunate enough to hire her 5 years ago. Jerry has been an early adopter of Universal Design for Learning, also known as UDL, and shares her love of teaching and learning with her colleagues and students. She makes herself easily accessible through her online and multimedia platforms for her students, staff, and overall community. She has recently started her own classroom reading library, which she has written grants and taken donations to expand on her students' reading abilities, as well as giving students choices on reading selections. Her personal relationship building, high expectations, and encouragement are exemplary. Jerry believes in her students and their potential, and she truly celebrates in their ongoing successes, which is why I wholeheartedly supported her nomination for the 2023 Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce's Educator of the Year Award. Now it is my pleasure to introduce Mrs. Jerry Karen Kozik. Jerry, would you please join me on the stage?
Okay, it doesn't get easier to speak in front of people even after 23 years of teaching. First of all, I just want to say that this is quite an honor. I appreciate the honor from the Taunton Chamber of Commerce. The week that Mrs. Gannett informed me that she had nominated me, I was having a hard week, 23 years and one pandemic into this career, and you find some ups and downs. And it lifted me up, and I'm not just saying this because you're my principal, but you do that all the time, and it makes a difference to have school leadership that shows compassion and cares from the very beginning, from my interview. I've always been given that freely from Principal Gannett, so I just appreciate that so much. And to reference President Clark's keynote address, he said collaboration is key. And it really has been. I think anything I've done, I know I work hard. My husband's over there videotaping me right now, and he sees me at home doing all the things. I'm just trying to learn. I'm just trying to be a better teacher, and I'm by no means a perfect teacher. Nobody is. I'm just trying to keep learning. But everything I have been able to accomplish has been because of colleagues and students and leaders and other people. We don't do this in a vacuum, and I just appreciate that you gave me this honor and saw something in me that was worth celebrating in this way. I'm humbled and I don't take it lightly, so thank you so much for everything. Thanks.
And at this time, I'd like to invite State Representative Carol Doherty back to the stage and Louis Laura to say a few words. Thank you.
Well, congratulations to Geraldine. Having been a lifelong educator in many capacities myself, I fully appreciate the joys and challenges that a classroom teacher faces, and that you have overcome those challenges particularly, and probably savor in the joys that teaching brings you. Whenever I meet a student who are now older, in the supermarket or elsewhere, and they say to me, are you Mrs. Dorothy? And my response first is, what do you remember? And then, yes, I am Mrs. Dorothy, and those are fine moments for me because those students remember something very important and poignant for them even after all those years. And so this citation from the House of Representatives to Geraldine Karen Kozik in recognition of your being honored as the Educator of the Year by the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce and your more than 20 years of dedicated service to your students. Congratulations.
I began my professional career as an educator. I taught in the high school, the middle school, and in the adult ed program jointly. I would teach free languages at Martin Middle School. I would teach English at night to adults who wanted to become U.S. citizens. And then I taught Spanish at the high school. So I truly know the impact that an educator has on each student. Now, I started teaching in 1975, and I still meet students that call me Mr. Laura so many years later. It's the tremendous respect that you give and receive if you have a full impact on their learning. They truly, truly appreciate it. Thank you for your service. So we have here a citation from our senator, from the Massachusetts Senate, in the achievement, in recognition of the achievement of receiving the Educator of the Year Award at the 2023 Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Meeting. Congratulations, continued success, and truly believe that your impact is so powerful. Given to you by State Senator Mark Pacheco. Congratulations.
We are now going to bestow our business awards on 3 very deserving organizations. The first one will be presented by the president of Taunton Federal Credit Union, Nelson Tavares.
I have the honor of presenting the Taunton Federal Credit Union Large Business Award to G. Lopes Construction, and we're going to watch a short video. So, Tom, you're up.
So the company was started in 1964 by Sonny Lopes and his 2 sons, Gail and Gary, and daughter Paula. It started off initially as a aggregate company and then transitioned to heavy civil site work.
We are on the 3rd generation now with the little ones. Someday, hopefully they'll take over the 4th generation, yeah. We do produce like probably hundreds of thousands of tons per year of stone, gravel, sand. Yeah, we try to give back to the community a lot. We've done things that have been like near and dear to us.
St. Jude's, Boys and Girls Club, Taunton Chamber of Commerce, Taunton School to Career, a significant amount in Taunton over the years.
One thing is Gil Lopes is on the Taunton Boys and Girls Club, so he's a big supporter of that organization. He'll help with fundraising and try to organize things, or if they need some repairs done at their club. We also were big back in the day in Dighton, that's our hometown, and we developed the boys and girls softball. So they actually named that complex after us. It's called the Lopes Complex.
One of the ones that I was involved in from the get-go was St. Jude. So we would raise roughly $250,000 a year through a golf tournament that we would do. Unfortunately, COVID brought that to an end. We would have had our 4th year and hit almost $1 million raised for the charity, but we hope to bring that back this year.
Yes, one thing that I did think of that I think is really helpful is to join an organization such as the Taunton Chamber of Commerce. Like, it's come so far too in these recent years. There's so much available, and that they can offer any company, whether it be a small business or large business. It's great for networking, a lot of educational seminars and government issues. So join the chamber.
Amazing work. Debbie and Joe mentioned a few of their community activities, but you'd be hard-pressed to find a not-for-profit organization in the Taunton area that they haven't helped in some way, either financially or through donations of labor, equipment, and materials, including, as they mentioned, St. Jude's Children's Hospital, Berkeley Athletic Association, Taunton Little League, Weir Park, Taunton High School, St. Mary's Primary School, Concerts on the Green, the Mayor's Worthy Cause campaign, and many more. They also donate their time, as we mentioned earlier. Debbie Dutra, treasurer of G. Lopes Construction, served on Chamber Board for 10 years. She also served on the board for the Taunton Area School to Careers program for 10 years, the board of People Incorporated for 6 years, and is currently active on the board of People Improving Communities and Neighborhoods. She and the entire Lopes family are deeply committed to this community and most deserving of this award. Accepting the award for G. Lopes Construction is Debbie Dudra.
Thank you, Nelson. Thank you again, everybody. We were very honored to receive this award, and we appreciate the people that did nominate us, and we hope to continue doing good for the community. Thank you.
And I'd now like to invite Carol Doherty.
So this is for the G. Lopes Construction here in Taunton in recognition of your being honored as the Large Business of the Year by the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce and your continued dedication to the people of the greater Taunton community. Congratulations.
I've had the honor and pleasure of knowing the family, all of you, for numbers of years, and we've done so much. What you have done for this community has such a profound impact on the building, the rebuilding, the reorganization. All that you have done has been nothing but good for our community. And we're talking about the greater area of Taunton. So congratulations to you and to your family for all that you have done to this great community. And we also have a citation from the Senator recognizing the achievement of receiving the Taunton Federal Credit Union Business Award to the 2023 Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce, presented to G. Lopes Construction by our State Senator Mark Pacheco. Congratulations.
Congratulations, Debbie, and your entire Lopes organization. Now, I have the honor of presenting the Bluestone Bank Small Business Award to Ryan's Family Amusements. Please enjoy this short video, keeping my fingers crossed, on Ryan's Family Amusement.
Ryan's Amusements is an entertainment center, family-friendly, with a full arcade, bowling, a full restaurant, and a full liquor license. We've done reach-outs. We work with the YMCA. Tonight we have a parenting group for children, disabled children bowling here tonight. We do a lot with, we started a Special Olympics team, both for adults and children. So we do a lot of outreach to the community. A fun fact, if you bowl 3 strings, you're going to burn over 300 calories and walk a mile. And that is a true fact.
I started working here because my sister actually worked here at the time, and she said how much she liked it, so she talked about it so much, and I heard it was a good place to work, so I started and I put my application in, got hired, and it's a nice place because the environment's so nice and everyone's super friendly. Because it is somewhat of like a customer service, like you are dealing with a lot of people, but it isn't a place where you're gonna get like yelled at or like you're not gonna have any rude customers. And if there is like that one bad apple, there are so many people that will help you and won't make you mad. Like all the people here are super nice.
I see people from Rainham, Taunton, all over. People I know, people I meet. I still know the names of people that have come in the past, but it's definitely like a cool networking opportunity. It's a blast to work here because the coworkers are amazing. We have parties at people's houses, we team bond. Even just working behind the counter is always a super fun time.
Why should people come to Ryan's?
Well, first of all, because I'm here. Wouldn't that be enough? But beyond that, it's a fun place to be. It's fun, it's safe. You're always going to get treated like you're the most important person in the world when you walk in. And it's a great environment to be in.
As a local business leader, Ryan's has built a reputation on treating both employees and customers as extended family members. Jess Town, the Taunton YMCA site coordinator, and also Ryan's employee, she's here with us today, has shared the following. Ryan's is a place that deserves all good things coming to it. From the community that it's developed through the bowling leagues, the relationships they develop between coworkers and customers alike, to the memories created during a child's birthday party. Ryan's is the cornerstone for entertainment for all ages. I am so proud to be a Ryan's family member and employee. The Ryan's community feels like a family unit filled with compassion and understanding. The kindness shown to me is unmatched. I'd say it's safe to say that Ryan's has become more than simply a gaming center. They're a community hub where families and groups come together to bond, to create memories, and to raise money for very important causes. So accepting the award from Ryan Family Amusements is the star of the video and manager, Mary Wesco.
Thank you all so much. I think the video said it all. Ryan's is the place to be. You will not get treated better anywhere, not even at your school, I'm sorry. We have the game on it. We've actually done a lot of fundraising with different organizations from Bridgewater State University. So we do lots of things to help the community. We're constantly reaching out. And the best thing, in my opinion, of working for the owners that I work for, they have never said the word no to anyone that's come in and asked us for anything. So keep that in mind. Thank you.
Well, I'm very proud to be here and to be in your company, and I think that for Ryan Family Amusement, the key word is family. As Mary has said, just be there, and you're welcome and embraced by whomever is there to greet you. So congratulations, and a well-deserved award to Ryan Family Amusement of Raynham. You're being honored as the Small Business of the Year by the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce, and your continued dedication to the people of the greater Taunton community. Congratulations.
I'll finish you talk. I love seeing you when I walk in there.
Have you come?
I have, my grandchildren.
I don't recognize you.
You get to go
Obviously, you don't come enough.
Right, that's a true fact, but my grandchildren, my grandchildren go there all the time.
Everybody loves it.
Yeah, they really do, they really do. And thank you for that. Thank you for all the amusement.
It's our pleasure.
The pleasure and the gratification you give people. It's amazing.
It's
to
a
the whole
fun
area.
place to be.
And so, from Senator Pacheco, we have a citation in honor of the Ryan's Family Amusement in recognition of the achievement of receiving the Bluestone Bank Small Business Award at the 2023 Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Meeting. Congratulations, more and more enjoyous moments to the public, and continued success, offered by our State Senator, Mark Pacheco.
Congratulations to Mary and the entire Ryan Amusement staff. I'm quite sure Louis will be there the next weekend or two. Now I'd like to invite board member Jeff Vial from Bristol County Savings Bank to present our final award of the afternoon.
Thanks, Sean. Hi, everyone. It is my great pleasure to present the Bristol County Savings Bank Community Impact Award to Our Daily Bread. Please enjoy this short video about the organization.
Well, we started off just being a soup kitchen. We started 35 years ago, and we have evolved into a resource room where we help people get jobs and housing and what you name it. I guess the biggest thing is about the caring that goes on around here, and we really want everybody who comes here, all of our guests, to just feel included, and that they have an hour or so where they're just as great as anybody else, and they feel included and special.
It empowers people to rise above, and you know, a meal is a wonderful thing, but it's sometimes over the kitchen table that you can actually communicate with somebody and find out what their real needs are, and then go from there and just, you know, develop more of a pathway for them to follow and goals to set and places to reach. It's just amazing the amount of support we have from the community, and we'd always love some more. So
people call, people show up at the door with all kinds of donations. We have got people in the summertime that have gardens and bring us their fresh vegetables that are in excess. I mean, we get so many things. We are so blessed, and we can only thank God for that.
I think it's a unique place simply because we take folks that come in as guests in our kitchen and bring them up to our resource center where they become kind of clients. They work with everyone in the resource center with whatever issues they might have, birth certificates, things like that. But then they go to classes, they're able to get seek employment, and then secure housing, actually, which is an amazing thing.
The closer we get to people, the more we see what the needs are.
What I see here is it's a mission of love. I see the passion Mary Beth has, the vision she had, and I tried to help along with that, with whatever she put in front of me.
I think number one, as Liz and Mary Beth had said, you know, we give people food, but we give them so much more. And I think what we really give them is encouragement to be better people, that things aren't as hopeless as sometimes they think.
As you can see, what started as a soup kitchen back in 1985 has evolved over the years into what it is today. Our Daily Bread Food and Resource Center, located in the heart of downtown Taunton, not only provides nutritious meals in a warm and welcoming atmosphere, they also provide services including computer training, career guidance, self-improvement, and social services. At Our Daily Bread, there are no questions asked, and all are always welcome. Donna, a local resident, shared, "I have 4 children. When one was very ill with a serious heart condition, I needed to leave my job to take care of him. Our Daily Bread is so much more than a food source for me. I am so grateful to have this place where I can get a warm, healthy meal, but most importantly, see friendly faces. The volunteers actually care for us in so many ways. My experience has encouraged me to help others in any way I can." I am very proud to present this award to Our Daily Bread. Accepting on their behalf today is Cheryl Medeiros, Resource Care Coordinator.
Thank you so much. Well, everyone, I don't really know what to say except thank you. We're all very involved in what we do. We all love it, and we wouldn't want it any other way. So we are very thankful for all of your support and the tons of hours, the volunteer hours that people put in for us is amazing. And for that, that's what this award is all about. And this right here is Liz, and Liz writes our grants for us. So she's also very important.
Oh, thank you very much. I try to stay in the background and just get information to see what it is that Mary Beth's goals and visions are. So again, we'd like to accept this, especially on her behalf, the director, because she was out there throughout the entire COVID event. We never shut down. So we want to thank you very much, particularly on her behalf, even though she couldn't be here today. She thanks you very, very much.
Sorry that Mary Beth couldn't be here. She's one of my very favorite persons. I had the pleasure of, a year ago, providing an earmark through the budget at the legislative level to our Daily Bread, which it was at the time when they were constructing showers and other accommodations for the people who were coming into our Daily Bread. We used to think of our Daily Bread as just a lunch for people who needed to have lunch, and it has grown into a multi-service, as has been pointed out, for people who are in need. I visited there one wintry afternoon at the time of day when people were coming into our Daily Bread to be put on a bus to be taken to an emergency shelter because it was cold, and that's part of the work that they do. The people who came through the door were treated with kindness and thoughtfulness, and it was Mary Beth's perspective and Glenn's perspective to make sure that that person had a bed on that very cold night. So, yeah, it's a good place to be. So again, our Daily Bread, in recognition of your being honored with a Community Engagement Award by the Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce and all of your hard work on behalf of people in need. So congratulations and thank you from our community.
Thank you for your kindness, the respect that you give individuals, and also the humanity, the offering of people who in need come to you, and you're there for their assistance. Tremendous, tremendous impact on that. So thank you. And also that I have a citation from the Senator, from the Massachusetts Senate, recognizing our Daily Bread and the achievement of receiving the Bristol County Savings Bank Community Impact Award at the 2023 Taunton Area Chamber of Commerce Annual Meeting. Continued success in all you do with hope, kindness, and respect. It is a special offering. Thank you very much. Senator Pacheco.
We only have 3 more awards, so we're almost done. I'm just kidding. If not for some technical difficulties expertly handled, I think we would have finished on time. So I'm just up here to say congratulations to all of our award recipients. Thank you to Fred. That was an amazing keynote, so thank you so much. All of our sponsors, Bluestone and TCAM for getting us connected here today and reconnected, as it were. Also, these beautiful flower arrangements on the tables were donated by Studio 27 Flowers and Greta Ferrer. So special thanks to her. As far as who is going to get the centerpiece, we'll just do it the traditional way so you can fight to the death. Whoever has the closest birthday before or after today, there you go. Beautiful, some beautiful flowers for you. Keep an eye out for some coming events. Our legislative update, you'll see more of Carol Doherty on that event. And our golf tournament, June 26th. Sorry, Fred, I know it's the same day as yours. Thank you all so much. And if I could ask, oh, and the Clarion, they're in my notes. Thank you, John. He has the script memorized better than I do. Obviously, I want to thank the Clarion Hotel for hosting us again. Again, so happy to be back in person. Have a fantastic day. Can I get all of our award recipients, though, up here for one last photo? Thank you all for being here. Can't wait for next year.